So recently, I got this idea. I posted a comment on one of the sports channels, and I was basically saying the NFC South is by far the toughest division ever. And a lot of people agreed. Some people disagreed, saying the division's better, but in my opinion, it's tougher. So it kind of gave me an idea. How about we play a game of franchise? We add all the NFC South teams, and we see how good they do. And if you guys like this, in the future, I'm going to do this with other divisions, so let me know. But as you can see, Drew Brees, best quarterback in the NFC South. Got to put him on the team. I'm using the Saints roster right now because they won the division last year. So all the players are on here. As you can see, you got Freeman and Kamara. Is it Kamara or Kamara? Not 100% sure, but they're going to be splitting the ball a lot. Just like that's kind of now how the Saints do. Fullback, don't really have a good fullback. Now right here, you got the receivers. This is scary. You got Julio Jones, Michael Thomas, Mike Evans, and I even threw in Deshaun Jackson. These four guys are by far. You give Breeze these weapons, this is a Super Bowl team. I'm telling you. Then you got Greg Olsen, best tight end in the league. I just added Greg Olsen right now because, well, one, Greg Olsen right now is the best tight end right now in the NFC South. There's really no other good tight ends. Here you can see at left guard, there's really no good left guard any of the NFC South teams had, so I kind of just let it at default. Then here, Alex Mack from the Falcon, Larry Warford, DeMar Dodson from the Bucks. Then, yeah, that's kind of like it. I'm just showing you the roster. Cameron Jordan, captain for the Saints defense, definitely has to be the left end. You got JPP, the guy with 7 fingers. Was it 8 fingers? But no matter what, he's on the team. Got McCoy. Then defensive tackle. For some reason, the next one would have been on the list would have been Short, but they wouldn't let me add him for some reason. I don't know why, so I just added McCoy. So I'm sorry, Panther fans. I know you'd love to see him on the team, but unfortunately he was the next guy coming up, but I couldn't. So like I said, I just left it at default. So it's just McCoy, then whoever the Saints was. Shaq Thompson from the Saints. I'm at the Panthers, actually. There was really no good left outside linebacker, so he was the best available, so I added him on the lineup. Then you got Luke Kuechly. Man, this guy is probably going to be a beast. Definitely going to be tearing it up. You do not want to throw it this man's way, otherwise it is going to get picked. Definitely a stud. And Deion Jones, you got Levante David here. Definitely going to be a stud. Then here's the 3 corners I added. I added Desmond Trufant, Marshawn Lattimore, and Brent Grimes. Now, Trufant and Lattimore are way better than Grimes, so I decided if the Saints are probably going to be playing a lot of nickel when I sim this, so let's pick up Grimes, who is the highest rated corner, so I just said let's add him. Marcus Williams, highest ranked safety, and for strong safety, guys, for Neal, the guy for the Falcons, unfortunately he was injured, and since he's injured they wouldn't let me trade him or drop him and so I could pick him up, so I just had to keep it at normal. Kick-up punter really doesn't really matter, isn't going to change a whole lot, but like I said, I know there might have been 1 or 2 guys on the Falcons. Falcons have been having some injuries this year, so if there were some guys on the Falcons you said why aren't they on the list, it's because they were injured, so I do apologize for that. But yeah, just showing you the roster one more time. But we're about to sim the season, and we're gonna see how far they're gonna go. And before I sim this, let me know in the comments down below what's the record gonna be. I think they're gonna go 14-2. And the NFC South is gonna go 14-2. That's my prediction. Yeah, but let me know your prediction, what you think, and we're gonna sim this, and yeah, I'm gonna cut out the video. Alright, so here we go. Not sure if we made the playoffs. I think we did. Week 17, we beat the Panthers 56-3. You can see it on the top left. That's kind of crazy. But ooh, 12-3-1. So there's a lot of ties, as you can see. I don't know how you'd really tie, but 12-3-1. So don't know if you would have guessed that. I said 14-2. Rams, whoa, they went 14-2. So I guess the Rams are better than the NFC South combined. That's kind of crazy. Texans 11-5. Alright, so NFC South's in the 3rd. Eagles 11-4-1. So there's a lot of ties. Cowboys 11-5. Chargers 11-5. I'm gonna just slowly just showing you all the standings so you guys can see where everyone's at, and I'm about to send the playoffs, and we'll see if they can win the Super Bowl. It's gonna be tricky. If you look at the Rams, we'll probably gonna end up facing the Rams. They look very scary. Honestly, I feel like if the NFC South actually did combine, I feel like they'd obviously would go 14-2. Because if you think of that roster, it would be stacked. Colts go 2-14. Now, in a second, I guess I'll show you the stats in a little bit. Right now, let's just show you. Oh yeah, because we get a bye, so we'll be playing either any of the other NFC teams. But yeah, anyway, right now I'm just gonna show you guys the stats and everything. Alright guys, here are the stats. As you can see, Breeze threw over 4,000 yards. Completion percentage is really high. He's only throwing 44 touchdowns and 8 picks. His rating was 116. Pretty crazy. So yeah, he definitely tore it up. Probably won MVP. And then you got Freeman, Kamara. You can see Ingram's actually getting on some of those plays. He's crazy how the Saints... The two running backs they have in the top 3 in the NFC South. I definitely agree the Saints have the best running backs right now in the NFC South by far. But you can see Freeman, Kamara doing some work right now, getting some yardage. You can see they're averaging around 4.5 yards. Now let's see the weapons Breeze had. Jones, you can see he went for 1,000 yards. Greg Olsen did really well. Mike Evans pretty low down there. I thought he'd do a lot better, but apparently the slot receiver could not do this. Again, injuries are off, so no one got injured. I'm just letting you guys know that. So again, like you can see some receivers like this guy right here. He's one of the other receivers for the Saints. I'm not really sure who he is, so that's kind of crazy, but he's going in. So like I said, since I'm using the Saints team, for example, wow, so that guy killed us right now. He got 14 sacks. So like I said, if the NFC South could actually get a left guard, they probably could have done a lot better. But it sounds like he killed the team. Now I'm curious to see what the defense can do. But yeah, like I was saying, guys, since I'm only using starters for the NFC South, a lot of the Saints backups might actually come in and do some stuff because you have to rotate players every once in a while once guys get tired. So I'm just letting you guys know if you see that, that is why. But Cameron Jordan is doing pretty solid, 11.5 sacks. McCoy only with 3 sacks. That's kind of a surprise. Don't know how he got 3. I'm not 100% sure, but I think the Saints actually run a 4-3, so I think he gets double teamed a lot. That's normally what he does when he plays with the Bucks, so it's hard for him to get some pressure. But anyway, couldn't get too much pressure. Jordan definitely sounded like he was carrying the line. I thought they'd do a lot better. But yeah, like I said, the defense isn't looking too hot right now. Like I said, in my opinion, if the NFC South combined, they'd have the best offense in the league. But the defense would be above average. Maybe more, but they would definitely have the best offense. Let me know if you want to see this with other divisions. I guess I'll just sim through the playoffs and tell you how that goes. So anyway, we'll see you in a second, guys. Alright. Eagles, Saints. I'll tell you how that one goes. We'll sim this, and I'll definitely tell you how this one goes. I think we can win this here. NFC South can win it. Beat the Eagles. Alright, here we go. We beat them 24-21. That was pretty close. I don't know if we're going to win the Super Bowl. I think Madden's really inaccurate. They're really not accurate. If the NFC South did combine, they'd obviously obliterate everyone else. So I don't know why a game that close would happen. But yeah, we'll sim the Cowboys Saints, see how that game goes. Alright, here we go. I think the Eagles are better than the Cowboys in my opinion, so they should have beat them. Pretty sure the Saints have home field too over that. because I think the Rams got the first seed and the Saints got the second, so we had home field too. So yeah, they won. Wait, oh, that's preseason. Oh, sorry. So we won 28-21. NFC South's looking good, but I don't know. They're going into the Super Bowl. We'll see how that goes. Alright, here we go. The Super Bowl. I'll tell you how this goes. I'm surprised. It's going to be a pretty tricky game, but let's see how it goes. Alright, so as you can see, the NFC South won the Super Bowl. So we proved the NFC South can win the Super Bowl. They are better than all the teams in the NFL. But the question is, can the other 7 divisions combine and do that? If you guys want to see that, I will definitely do it. And one thing I did notice is through the editing, I did say the Rams would play the NFC South in the Super Bowl, which can't happen. So if you guys may think I'm really dumb there, because they're both in the NFC, they're in the same conference, so that can't really happen. And wow, for some reason Luke Kuechly won Super Bowl MVP. I'm actually kind of shocked. I would think Drew Brees would have won that, just because of so I guess he didn't do too good of a game. I don't know what Madden is doing there. I'm gonna have to look at the stats and see what's going on there. But yeah, I guess he won Super Bowl MVP. Don't know how that's possible with only getting 1 tackle. So, like I said, I actually showed. I never showed you this part, but if you actually, I showed a lot of the every game the NFC South played in the all 16 games the NFC South played in franchise, and what actually ended up happening was that they scored like 40 plus points a game. So it shows the NFC South combined would definitely have the best offense, but the defense allowed a lot of points too. So they didn't have the best defense, but their offense was crazy, and that's actually how I would picture. I think if for example the NFC South has an amazing offense, but if I think a defense, that they have good defensive players, but they don't have a good defense. All of them are kind of offensive teams. That's me being me. That's what I think. But in my opinion, it's the toughest division. Like I said, if you guys, as you can see, Drew Brees right here should have won Super Bowl MVP. Just looking at his stats, that's kind of crazy. Then I'll just like show you the stats. As you could see, Freeman, Kamara doing they did pretty good. They each got a touchdown. But yeah, like I said, if you guys want to see more, I'm about to end the video. But definitely let me know if you guys want to see the other 7 divisions. If you want to see, let's say, for example, you're a Packers fan, or maybe and you want to see your division and see how that would end up with Aaron Rodgers teaming up with a bunch of other players in that division. Like, let me think of other players. Like Dalvin Cook, probably the best running back in that division. So just let me know. It was kind of an idea. I kind of like came up with this idea saying, well, for example, I posted a comment about saying the NFC South is the toughest division. I don't know if some of you guys saw that, because I know a lot of people that watch my videos are actually from me replying comments on all the sports channels and stuff. So I know a lot of you guys will just check out my channel, and that's how you find a lot of my this. So you probably already saw it, but yeah, I was kind of just letting you guys know. But anyway, let me know if you want to see more. I just decided to try this as a little experiment, see how they do, and I think they would their record would be a lot better. I think the NFC South would definitely be really good. But anyway, I'm gonna end the video. So I hope you guys have a great day, and yeah. Bye.